with Mai, and of course you get used to that. You get used to that partnership. You get used to that tandem. That she's my backup plan if I need one. And I was really really nervous coming into this project because, you know, for example, in Asap Chilla, if I make a mistake or mabubulol ako sa spills ko, my is really there who catches me. And on set, it's like that as well. So if we're given the freedom to experiment and stuff, and I mess up, she's always the one that picks me up. And so going to this project without her, without that safety net, it was a really scary thing. But I told her on the premiere night, this is not just our success, the cast, the production success. It's her. She's really a big part of it because, first of all, the experience I got is hers as well. Whatever I experienced, she did as well, and the confidence I got to even sort of go to the go-see and to the script read. I was so scared for every step of this production, but she was there backing me up. So yeah, it was difficult, and I mean, would I want to do it again? I'm willing to try it again, like doing it alone, but it's gonna be 10 times more fun if Mai's part of it. So if I knew if Mai was in this project, it would be even more fun. Yeah.
All right. It's been 2 years. Overall, the Love Team has worked with so many projects. What have you learned working alone in this film?
I have to have more faith in myself, I think, and I have to learn to control my nerves, because, like at the bay, you said you don't think too much about the future. I was thinking I don't know. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you something I didn't really want to say, but I think it fits the occasion. Before we even started shooting, I was already trying to think of things I was gonna say in the media launch. I'm so grateful. Not everything I thought of I didn't say because it was so cheesy. It's like, when you start thinking about I'm gonna win an award and stuff like that, but you haven't even started yet. I was just thinking about it was nice to dream. I don't know. It was cool, but the things that I learned about this. Not to overthink, because when you overthink and you get too far in the future, you forget where you are in the now, in the present. So you really have to just stay grounded to what's going on now. Don't think about, for example, there was more heavier scenes for me, not really intense, but for me personally, more heavier scenes, and there were lighter scenes. During the lighter scenes, I was already thinking about the harder ones for me, and the ones with the longer lines. I don't know. I don't know. And something that Kuya Aga said on set was you have to relax. And it's one of those things you take for granted. You just have to relax. So it's not really I didn't really learn giant things that would monumentally change my life in that moment. But it's definitely going to change the way I approach acting and approach life in general. So, yeah, I learned a lot from these two here and a lot from Kuya Aga. So.
Last night I tried to ask your fans what particular question to ask you today.
Yeah, so
but they were pretty much concerned also about your studies. Are you planning to pursue that?
I've actually given myself a deadline. If I haven't finished my school within the next 2 years, regardless of how well it's going, I want to stop. But I really hope that doesn't happen because I want to find a way. My parents and I were really exploring a lot of options as well. My is actually a lot more ahead of me in that in that area. She's already 3/4 of the way there. I'm willing to say she's already close to starting again. Which I'm really happy about. I'm really, really happy about. For me, we're really exploring a lot of options too, and I think it's reasonably to say that I'm close to getting back into it too because I'm learning a lot of stuff about this industry, but I'm just keep on thinking if something goes wrong, where will my experience on the set and learning how to relax take me? So, my answer is I'm close to getting back into it and. Don't worry, it's still very much present on my mind.
All right, thank you. Ms. Bea, going back to the experience actually working with Mr. Agamuda, you have a slight, well, obviously you have a slight difference in age. Was that like a little uncomfortable for you, or was it? Do you think it was actually needed in the script?
Well, actually, if you watch the movie, hindi siya masyado